help me out here. Why is this such a big deal?
That tournament in particular is such a big deal because it's the single biggest prize awarded at an esports event ever, with the top prize being in the solos, so a single person could win $3 million, which happened yesterday.
Right, and I gather 40 million players tried to qualify for, presumably that was all online, but tried to qualify for this thing in New York.
Yeah, so the unique thing about the Fortnite World Cup was that literally anyone could enter as long as you were good enough and you could perform. You qualified just from the comfort of your own home and then eventually earn your way to New York to play in that huge stadium.
Right, and just tell us about this game particularly. What's the idea of it? What do you have to do?
So the idea is 100 people drop into a map that stays the same mostly throughout the season, and then you just have to be the last man standing. Everyone starts with 0, so no materials which you can build with to protect yourself or just to kind of create a base somewhere in the map, and then you collect guns, you collect shields. So you start from nothing and hopefully end up the last man standing.
Right, so you're a big star at this, and I mean, and Jaden could well become one, I guess, now. But what are the skills that he and you need to be really good at this?
I mean, my stuff is more video-based. His is like pure skill-based. So lots of practice, great reactions. I'm sure his are much quicker than mine, being over 11 years younger than me, which is crazy. You need to just, lots of practice, make sure you've got your mechanical skills down, and then you're set.
Yeah, and is it right, though, Dan, I mean, that a 15-year-old wins this sort of money, or is it just an inevitable consequence of the popularity of this thing?
I think the average age of the competitors over the 2 tournaments, so the duos and the solos, was 16. So, yeah, it was inevitable that someone young was going to win. I was shocked, actually, when they said the average age of the competitors, because I don't think there's another tournament where you can enter that young. I might be wrong, but yeah, there was 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds with incredible skills. They'd obviously put a lot of time into the game and winning big money too.
Yeah, and I mean, I can see parents go, oh my God, you know, my son or daughter are going to see this and see that you can win money, and they're going to spend even more time, you know, at this lark. And I mean, what would you say to parents who are worried that, you know, their youngsters, and they are young, are spending so much time doing this?
I mean, I think everything is good in moderation. I'm sure these guys spend a lot of time playing the game, probably into double digits of hours in the days, but they're also spending time probably streaming their progress as well. So they're probably earning income from that at the same time. So it's a little bit easier for them to do it full time, I guess. But I think, yeah, everything in moderation. If your child is enjoying something in the video game space, whether it's videos or the games themselves, then my piece of advice is always to explore it with them, see what they're doing, what their goals are. And nowadays, with the internet as well, it's a lot more social, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, but is there a danger of addiction here? I mean, you've sort of been obviously doing it for years. I mean, is there an addiction problem here?
I mean, I'm sure you can get addicted to anything. You can get addicted to football, reading, anything that you spend lots of time in. But I think it's more of people enjoying themselves, maybe not to be the next person to win the 3 million, but just to play games with their friends, because you can now play in squads of 4, squads of 2, and even by yourself, you can be in a chat with your friends. So I think it's too much of a problem. Right,
and I mean, someone like Jaden now, you're saying he's, you know, a lot younger than you, he's 15. What will his career path be now? I mean, will this be a one-off? Is it likely, or is he obviously very, very good, and now he could be looking at, you know, at serious riches?
I mean, to even qualify for that event, like you said, there were 40 million people. To be the number 1 or number 2 duo in the world is crazy. So he's got a lot of publicity from that. So like esports organizations could be hitting him up. His streams, his social medias, anything will just be multiplied tenfold. I'm sure he's got a great career ahead of him. And he's only started at 15, which is crazy.
Right, and I'd say you're a few years younger. You've made your fortune already, have you?
Yeah. But I'm still working at it. But starting at 15, that's way younger than when I started. So good luck to him. I hope he does really well.